What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Russian River Brewing Company, and they're out of both Santa Rosa and Windsor, California, and this is their Happy Hops IPA. So this is an IPA that comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in time of review. This bottle is approximately 6.5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Billy, for this beer. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Billy hooked me up with, and said beer mail had 7 different offerings from Russian River, all of them off the beaten path. They're lesser known beers, although this is probably one of the more known beers of the ones that Billy sent my way. The last beer I reviewed from them, their Row 2 Hill 56, one of my favorite non-Pliny the Elder beer from Russian River. Absolutely fantastic Simcoe Pale Ale. So I have high hopes for this one. Now, they have a little spiel here on the side of the label, which I will read. It says, Happy Hops was originally brewed in 1944 by the Grace Brothers Brewery in Santa Rosa, California. We are paying homage to the Grace family, whose brewery closed in the 1960s, and have revived Happy, the charming hop character who graces the front of this label. Happy Hops is an IPA brewed with both new and old world hop varieties, giving this beer bold aromas and flavors with notes of tropical and stone fruit. So there's Happy just chilling. So I think that's cool. They're paying homage to an old school Santa Rosa brewery. I've seen people drink this one and review it before on YouTube and also on Untappd, and people seem to dig this one. I don't know what. Wow! Stop me in my track. Crack it. Just the aroma wafting towards my nose is just, it's insane. But I've seen a lot of people enjoy this one. So let's give it a pour here into the Hop Butcher glass, because why not? Why not? So I'm hoping for some goodness here. I mean, it's Russian River, so I'm expecting a pretty good beer. Let's be honest. Do something like that. I think that's a beautiful pour. Oh, I'm going to cheat here. Just a little bit. Can't really tell too much with that. So put this over there. And now I didn't, pour it maybe the best in terms of what I was pouring it, but man, is that a beautiful looking beer. So it has a gentle haze to it. This has the etching in the bottom of the glass that promotes the carbonation. So I don't know if it'll come off on camera, but it definitely has a nice volcano-esque, like tornado of carbonation. Almost a 2-finger of this super creamy, compact, off-white looking head. That is a picturesque beer to me. Hold it up to the light. Yeah, that fucking, wow. This might be the best beer that, as far as like aesthetically pleasing from Russian River, at least for me. Anyway, let's get a nose. That is, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. These beers, like the Simcoe Pale Ale, 6 weeks old, this 6.5 weeks old, the fucking noses on this smells like it's 6 days old, 6.5 days old, 7 is a week old. Like, it smells, it's so vibrant. Oh my God. It is definitely stone fruits, tropical fruits, big mango and peach. It's not really sweet. It's more juicy than everything, but it's those fruits personified. There's orange, there's grapefruit, even maybe, dare I say, a little bit of Tangelo. There's this underlying crackery, slight, biscuity, but more crackery malt character too. There's a nice resinous, well, I should say resinous. There's a nice piney floral essence too. What is that? Maybe a touch of pineapple. Holy fuck. This is conjuring up memories of the last beer from them, the Simcoe Pale Ale, the Row 2 Hill 56. Like, the nose is just This to me is like the epitome of a West Coast style IPA done perfect. Like, in the nose. This is fucking dynamite how good this smells. Yeah, a little bit of like now a candied, like, not like a peach gummy ring, but just a little bit more of like a candied peach. Holy fuck. Listen. This and the Simcoe Pale Ale, 2 of the best noses I've had this year of hop forward beers. Period. And that one was 5.4%, and this is 6.5. You don't need fucking triple IPAs to get noses like this. Let's hope the taste lives up to the nose. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Billy. Okay, so is it as good as the nose? No. Oh, hang on. Time out. It's still really good. That Simcoe Pale Ale just as far as like a pale ale, a 5.4% pale ale goes, just phenomenal. This for 6.5%, like West Coast IPA, or like says new school and old school. This is more West Coast IPA, or like maybe one of those new school West Coast IPAs, although I think this has been around for a hot minute. This is juicy, yet has a nice bitterness on the back of the palate, although not huge. Body, this is like straight up medium body. 6.5% is appropriate. The mouthfeel, it's crisp, but it has more of like a lower side of moderate carbonation. It has more of a smooth, almost creamy sensation that I typically get from something from Russian River that's not a hazy. Now I'm thinking about the mouthfeel has a very Pliny, the elder kind of mouthfeel. That beer is crisp, don't get me wrong, but it also has just, it's a little bit softer than I anticipate every time I have it. And it has like a nice, smooth, almost creamy sensation. That's why Pliny, mouthfeel-wise, is fantastic for me. And this is kind of in that realm where it's not, you know, as crisp as some of these beers are. The taste, forefront, it's that juicy peach, mango. There's a little bit of like an apricot or a nectarine, something like that. Right after that, I get waves of Tangelo. So definitely tangerine and grapefruit. And it's more of like a rindy kind of feeling to the actual fruit itself. Then I get the malt character, like almost halfway through the palate. And it kind of continues with me out to the back of the palate. It has a more of a crackery kind of malt character. On the finish, here's where the nose I think was better and everything intertwined and was a little bit more cohesive, is on the nose. I got that pine, like that floral pine. I'm getting it here, but I'm actually getting more of like an earthiness and like a grassiness on the finish. And it's not as bitter as I was hoping. This is like mild to moderately bitter, maybe more approaching moderately bitter, but I want it firmly moderately bitter. Something like this I think would just balance it out exceptionally well. Super fucking easy to drink, 6.5%. Finish is semi-dry as well. This isn't too sweet or anything, but there is a lot of juicy components. Like this is there, like I don't say juicy a lot on the channel. This is more juicy than sweet to me with the stone fruits and the citrus fruit. A little bit of pineapple too, as I'm sitting here. It's kind of just lingering on the palate like a soft pineapple. This is a beautiful drinking IPA, and every time I say that, I know how stupid it sounds. It's a fucking beer. You should want to drink it. But what I'm saying is this is a beer you buy a couple bottles of, you're watching the game, you throw them back, next thing you know, you're feeling good, but they went down so easily that it's kind of scary to some degree. They're very nice in terms of the characteristics and flavors of this beer. It's not overwhelming. I feel this is a beer that both new school IPA lovers, the you know, haze, as a lot of folks say, the haze boys, the haze girls out there that enjoy the haze, this would be approachable for them, I think. It doesn't have too much bitterness. It still has that juicy realm. The mouthfeel isn't quite a hazy, but like I said, it's a little bit softer and smoother. And 6.5 weeks old, this is drinking extremely well. Like, I don't know what this is, you know, a week old. I'm sure it's even better. But for what I'm drinking right now, it's pretty fucking good, and I want to drink the rest of it. So 6.5%, you can't tell. I mean, I would probably guess based on the flavors and the body and stuff, probably around 6 to 7%. I wouldn't guess over 7. But this is just another, again, this is what Russian River does well. The Mind Circus, which I gave a 4 out of 5 to, again, that was a good, I thought, like, upper echelon, shelfy hazy. Like, it's not what Russian River is known for. This is the kind of beer that they're known for, that Simcoe Pale Ale. That's what they're known for. So this beer is kind of what I expect from them. It's a little bit different than a lot of beers I've had from them, but it's definitely in the realm of what I expect from them quality-wise. So Happy Hops IPA from Russian River. We're going to give this a straight-on 4.25 out of 5. I really dig this one. It's pretty damn good, and I'd have no issues drinking the crap of this, drinking the crap out of this one. You know, if I could get it here locally in the Buffalo, New York area, I would definitely pick it up occasionally. It's pretty good. Now, price point availability, like all these, Billy sent them to me, and I don't think Billy really paid attention too much to what he paid, but I would guess it's like $5 a bottle, somewhere in that realm. And if anybody knows, post in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. And as far as availability, I have no idea with Russian River stuff. Some of their beers are brewery only. Some of the stuff makes it throughout California. Some stuff makes it outside of California. They don't get a lot of distro. Let's just say that. But you'll see drips and drabs in different areas. You'll see them occasionally in like Philadelphia. I know they show up at like Maryland. A good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Ryan, I think got Pliny at Church Key, close to him, and I think that's in Maryland. And you never know. But you're not going to just be walking into a bottle shop in your neck of the woods unless you're on the West Coast and just picking this off the shelf at like 4 different places. Just not going to probably happen, but who knows? You never know. Distro, when it comes to beer, insane. So huge thanks to Billy for this beer. If any of you out there have had this beer before, post in the comment section. If you had it fresher than me, let me know what you think about it fresh. Have you had it, this isn't aged, but it's not like super fresh. When Billy sent it to me, it was quite fresh, but I drank the other beers that were a little bit older first, but it's been kept cold the entire time. And again, I have no issue drinking something like this 6.5 weeks old. Clearly, I'm enjoying this a lot, and it's pretty damn tasty. But I'd be curious to know if you've had a bottle of this like a week old or even a couple days old, and then you drank it at, say, 2 months old, how far did it fall off? Did it fall off a lot, a little bit? But even if it fell off a lot, like I'd imagine it's still, fresh is fantastic. But even so, right now, it's fucking drinking extremely well. So huge thanks to Billy. Thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one, cheers.